What if I told you one of these vans here was actually a camper van? It's not that one, it's this one here. And we're not going to go in through the back door or the side. We're going to go in through the front. And the reason why we go through the front way is because there's a partition door here that leads us back into the van, so that from the complete outside of the van, like now, it looks like a builder's van. There's stuff on the dash. We've got a high-vis jacket and a hard hat just to sort of sell it a little bit more. Don't worry about all that, that's just camera equipment. Coffee cup, all of this just folds away and goes in the glove box if I ever want to go to a campsite or anything. And I don't want it looking too messy. Those are just some wipes and a face mask. And then through here, this is the camper. So as you can see, it's nice and cozy back here. This door does shut. This is the partition door, just to completely block out the outside, like so. We have CCTV to keep an eye on all the neighbours, make sure that no one's trying to break in. As you may be able to tell, there's no windows. That shuts out a little bit more light as well. I put a lot of accent lights when I built this in, just to sort of brighten the area up. We do have a TV as well, just for those nights when you park somewhere that necessarily hasn't got much of a view. Reading lights. The purpose of this video is I just want to give you a tour, just so that you can see all of the little space-saving ideas and things that I've put into this van to make this small space feel a lot bigger and be easier to live in. So starting from this corner, we do have a diesel heater in this van. So that is actually situated underneath the driver's seat, which is just down there, and that keeps the van nice and toasty when I need it to. All of this is powered off the Bluetti AC240, which is situated here through the partition. That includes the diesel heater, the 240 volt, and to obviously power these sockets, and all the 12 volt as well, which is all powered by this switch. This is a pretty standard switchboard. You've got your sort of cigarette lighter input there, two USB-A sockets, then all your switches as well. And obviously that's the CCTV and what we can see outside. Behind here is pretty straightforward. This is the cutoff switch for the solar. That's for the CCTV, and that's the back of the power station. Over here we have the sink with a fully functioning tap. It's only cold water in this van, but if I ever do need hot water, I just normally just boil a kettle. And then to get the cooker out, we just pull this out here and it pops up. And we've got gas straight away. Nice and easy. And it just folds away just to save space. I have a 12 volt fridge in here as well, which is not very full at the moment, other than Pepsi and ketchup. There was a box there which had food in it, but I've just been out on a camp, so there's not a lot of food left. In here is where I've got a little bit creative with my sort of storage. So chopping boards, things like plates and bowls. It's my dustpan, just to keep it a bit clean in here. I put these little wedges in on this shelf just to sort of keep everything from flying around when you're driving, so you can put your cups and things in the back there, and then you can just push that like that just to stop it from flying around. This here is just a few things like coffee, pot noodles, some peanuts and some sweets. That all just sits in that tray, nice and sturdy. I've got a couple of them in the back here as well, just like this. It's got peanuts in it at the moment. In the bottom here, this is just a load of bags which I use for my bin bags. In the top, this is the grill plates that go on top of the cooker, so if I want to cook things like burgers and things, I've got a nice hot flat top. Behind here I've got an air fryer, which, to be honest, I'm gonna remove from the van because it just takes too much juice out of the Bluetti. That's my fresh water, and my grey water is just over there. In here, this is my cooking stuff. So I've got everything in here from spatulas to lighters. I've got like a spoon set, I think that's a Gerber one. A knife. It's all in one place so that if I do decide that I want to start cooking, I literally just get it out and then I've got everything there. I've got a Ridge Monkey in here, which is like a sandwich toaster. That's my kettle. I also have all my pots and pans in there in sort of camping style. Moving over to this side, I've just got a load of hooks here just for hanging things like my bag on. Got my spare keys there for my other van and just my YouTube channel logo. And this is just pretty much just a plain normal carpeted door. The benches underneath in the middle, that's where the toilet sits. I've kind of boxed it in just to sort of tidy it up a little bit. I've got this part here which has my remote control for my TV in it, my spoon for making cups of coffee. I've got a cup here as well, so I don't have to really dig into everything in there, just if I want to make myself a quick coffee, and a few other bits as well. TV is pretty self-explanatory. I get asked a lot as well by people about how I managed to get TV in the van, and I watch like Netflix, Amazon Prime, that sort of thing, YouTube, and what I do is I just do a personal hotspot on my mobile phone and then I just pair it to the TV, and then I've got internet wherever I go. Some places I go don't have as good internet as others, so it's obviously worth keeping that in mind, but the TV is more of a, when I get into bed and I've got nothing to do, I just watch a bit of TV. Also behind this bench here, it's a little bit of hidden storage in here. If you pop this out, I've got a PlayStation 4 in there which runs off the Bluetti, so that I'm sat here of an evening, there's no internet or anything, I can actually play a bit of PlayStation if I get bored. This reading light comes in very handy because all of my light switches are all on that switch panel there. So in the middle of the night, when I wake up and I need to go for a pee or something, this light comes in very handy because it's just controlled by the switch on the top. I've got this little basket here for keeping my mobile phone in at night, because the cable for my phone, which charges my phone, actually plugs into the bottom of here, so it's all there. These cushions are great, they double up as my pillows and my bedding essentially. Inside here there's a zip, unzip this. These are it's like a sleeping bag material. I won't get it all out now, but you can double them up as well, so you can have either a single sleeping bag or double. And if I want to just sleep in single bed form, I just pull this bed out a little bit longer, and I've got a cushion under there that goes on the end, which makes that bed a single. But I can also pull out the bed as well, so I can actually make this a full-size double. But that's pretty straightforward. I've covered that in other videos, so I won't really show you how to pull the bed out, but be rest assured, it's a big bed once it's all made. In this cupboard down here is where I keep a lot of my cleaning stuff. So I've got another one of these army bags, which was similar to, well, it's the same one as what I've got in the kitchen, but this one holds all my cleaning stuff. So I've got like Dettol wipes, tea towels. This is to do my washing up. It's got some scourers in there and some washing up liquid. And this is my wash kit for washing at the end of the night, brush my teeth, things like that. This opens up, I've got my toothbrush in there, it's got my medication, it's got my deodorants and hand sanitizer as well. And then that essentially just hangs up there, and then I can just access it when I need to. Also in here I have toilet roll, because, you know, to go with the toilet. Kitchen roll as well, so it's kitchen paper towel. And I also have backups of my, is this butane or propane? This is a 70% butane, 30% propane mix. So that works really well. I also have a kettle back there, just in case I run out of gas and I want a cup of tea. it will run off the power station, so that's absolutely fine. I will show you what's underneath this bench because these do lift up. But to access this, you can either go in through the door here. There is another door here as well, but I've kind of blocked it in because I've put the toilet there. But you can get to everything from the top. Just move all the cushions off. Move this off. And then put that one up. So in this first one, I keep things like this compression bag, which has got my sort of waterproof coat in it. And it's also got like pajamas that I just wear when I go to bed. This is the extension for the bed. So when this is pulled up here, like so, that goes on the end, which makes it like a full-length bed. I've also got hats in here, a hot water bottle and blanket as well. I've never had to use any of that because of the diesel here, so I've been quite lucky. On this side, I just have extra camera equipment. So things like my Insta360 camera, some tripods, a Pelican case, my drone's in there as well. The reason why that's sort of at the back is because it's stuff that I shouldn't normally need to get to unless I am filming. And then I can actually access it through the back door as well if I need to. And then that all just closes down. That there slots back into place. And then this one goes on top like that. And then if you don't want it to be a corner sofa, you can actually take these two out and then pull this back, and then you've got access to the toilet. But that does kind of cover that up nicely. That's a little cup holder that I made so that when I'm in bed I've got somewhere to put my cup. It actually works really well. So as far as inside the van goes, that's pretty much this. I've kind of made it so that I can access everything that I'll need inside the van from inside the van, so I don't have to think, oh right, well I need to get access to my sleeping bag, so I need to go out and open the back doors and access it that way. So everything is, once I'm in, I should be able to access everything. So there was a lot of planning involved in that, but it seems to be working. But I am going to show you now something that you can only access when the back doors are open. But the things that I store in there are things that I would use outdoors essentially anyway, so I would need to have the doors open. So back here, these are just netting with storage bags and things in them. And I've got the same on this side as well. But in here is where I keep all of my outdoor stuff. And that pulls all the way out like that. And this has got a sleeping bag, that's a camp chair. I've got a tent in here, that's like a two-man tent. I've got towels for drying if I have a shower or anything. That there is a collapsible table. I've got an airbed, a camp pillow, and a couple of these dry bag type buckets, which are perfect for getting in and out of wetsuits and things like that, standing in them. And then also, if I ever need to have a shower, in this bag I actually have a portable shower. So this would essentially, you'd shut this door, this sticks on there like that, or you can just hold it and just shower yourself off like this. And this is what the van looks like with the doors open. Also, it's worth mentioning that I do have a 200-watt solar panel up here that you can't see from the road, and a ladder. This is mainly just for aesthetics, to make it look more like a builder's van, because if you're down here you can't actually see that solar panel and all the cameras either there. I went for black so that it's kind of blended in. And then from the front, crap on the dash, high vis back there, you've got the ladder on the front, there's a camera there as well, which is again hidden. You can't even really see the roof vent unless you get up and look through that little gap there, but who's going to do that? I've even taken off some wheel trims as well, just to make it look a little bit more run down. This sign writing is all magnetic, so I can just take it off if I want. See? So this van actually started its life as a builder's van, and it's continuing its life looking like a builder's van, but actually being looked after, and it's now a camper van. And the reason why I built this stealth camper was just because I was getting fed up with there being so many restrictions on where you can park and everything, to the extent that if I can't find a nice beautiful place to park up at the end of the night, then I could just literally park on a side road, jump in the back, and nobody's gonna know that I'm essentially sleeping in it. They might just think there's a builder present. All of the sign writing on the van is magnetic anyway, so it can all be removed. So if I'm in an area where I think actually it might stand out a bit like a sore thumb having all the sign writing on it, I can actually take it all away. So if you'd like to see how I actually built this van, then you can check out this playlist here, where I pretty much show you from start to finish how I built this. Or if you just actually want to watch it all in one video, there's a time-lapse video as well on this build. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already, please subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.